horse's hooves and the problems they may cause. How can you tell if your horse's hoof has flaring? Sometimes flaring may be visible by just looking at the hoof, while other times it may only be a slight flaring, and you may need a rasp or something with a straight edge to determine if they do have flaring. I'm going to demonstrate how I would check for flaring on my own horse here. I know he doesn't have much of flaring in his hooves, but I will use him as a demonstration. You want to use your flat object. I'm using my ruler, and I'm going to place it up against his hoof like this. Now, to know there is flaring, there will be a gap in between the ruler and the hoof wall. But there is a tiny bit of a gap. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but there is a tiny bit of gap. And you can just move it around each edge of his hoof to determine if he has flaring. As you can see, slight bit of light. It's probably not going to be too much of a problem. The growth that is closest to the coronet band is what the whole hoof should look like. This is why you can use a ruler or a rasp to determine how bad the flaring is by placing it up against the hoof wall, because the new stuff growing down is what they're trying to aim for, as it is still connected to the lamina and hasn't yet had a chance to pull away from it and have potential problems. Now let's discuss what are some problems that can come from flaring. The first one is seedy toe. Flaring can cause the horse's hoof to split, and then bacteria can get inside, leading to seedy toe. This is when you would clean it out, all the black bacteria, and pack it with blue goo or your beeswax copper sulfate balls. The two is mechanical laminitis. Too much flaring can cause the hoof wall to pull away from the lamina on the pedal bone, which in turn causes the laminitis. But too long toes can also cause this, and a way to help that is with proper diet and regular hoof care. And last but not least, cracking and chipping. Flaring can cause a weakness in the hoof wall, which then leads to cracks and bits chipping off. These are just a few of the problems that flaring can cause on your horse's hoof. So keep an eye out for it and just be aware of it when it is happening to your horse, and get them properly cared for from a barefoot trimmer or your farrier.